Welcome to Between the Shelves, the premier Save a Library podcast. I am your host, Alex, and on this episode, I am joined by Sean.
What's going on?
And Lizzie.
Hey.
So, Sean, this was your podcast idea.
Yes,
Why don't you cue us up? What are we talking about this week?
All right. So, football season just started last week, so I thought it would be a good idea to have a podcast to talk about some of our favorite football movies and or TV shows, because I will be talking about one show in particular.
I'll allow it. I've never seen a football show.
Really? Oh, you're missing out, man. Maybe now after this you will.
Probably not.
Love that. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, I've seen a ton of movies. I want to talk about all of them. But before we jump into our movies, I thought we could maybe start off with a little conversation on, what are, the hallmarks of a football movie?
Okay.
Do you want to talk about that just to, kind of
Sure.
set the stage? What are we talking about when we're talking about a football movie?
I feel like it's a lot about team spirit and working together. I feel like that's the underlying message is always sometimes there could be things with racism too, where especially in Remember the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, it's everyone learns to just treat each other equally. I feel like that's kind of the cliche football movie. Team
sure.
spirit, working
Yeah.
together.
And
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
getting through something challenging as a group that goes beyond the sport, and you learn about yourself, and it's you learn that there is a world beyond your team and your sport. It's
Sink or swim together.
yeah, you're all brothers, ride or die.
Fraternity, yeah. It's the only genre of movie really where men can be vulnerable.
Yeah,
Yeah, men are
you're not seen as,
crying.
and that's okay.
yeah, for sure.
I guess war movies maybe a little bit too, but
Well,
yeah, it's it has to be in a hyper masculine setting. Where,
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Where it's rationalized,
It's
apparently.
it's don't worry, you're still cool. You're
Yeah.
still a man. Meanwhile, it's a crazy thought.
the movie usually ends with the big game, right?
Always,
Yeah.
always.
There's always a great halftime speech. Right.
Yeah, because they usually lose in the beginning of the game, and then the kids are they're all sad and they're down, and then the coach brings them in.
Yep.
And the kids they're always sweating and they look like they're just about to cry, but they're not going to. And then the coach just will give them some big speech.
Yeah. And
funny.
another thing that I've noticed with all of these football movies is it's a great opportunity for an A-list actor to play the playing a football coach really in particular is it's its own kind of rite of passage for one of these actors where you're gonna do your monologue, that's your speech is the
Yeah.
thing they would show. None of these movies are really Oscar worthy or haven't really
Yeah.
received many, but
Yeah.
that's what they would show if
Oh,
it
for
were
sure.
that's your
Right.
moment to shine. That's what they're paying the big bucks for. Another fun one is there's usually a trick play.
Oh, always. That was a big thing in, was it The Game Stands Tall?
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
When all of a sudden they were wow, they studied everything that we were doing. And I'm obviously,
Obviously they did
they
that.
want to beat you. You're undefeated.
Yeah, and then there's always you were saying, Lizzie, there's always societal pressures, and that kind of is reflected in the team. It's
Yeah.
always about there's always some kind of outside force that's affecting the team. And they have to overcome that in order to free themselves to be the best they can be.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the last trope that I was just kind of keeping a running tally of these as I was watching football movies this week. The last one is there's always kind of an element of nostalgia or legacy.
Oh, yeah.
There's always either their dad was the coach of the team or the team used to be great and they can't live up to the legacy of their parents.
Well, yeah,
or
I
there's
feel
always some kind of
Yeah, I feel that's a big thing too with parents who maybe didn't play as well and their kids are really good, and then the parents live through their kids.
Yeah.
And it's they want their kids to do well, and it's it comes from a place of love, but then it goes beyond because it's they're almost jealous that their kids are like better than they ever were.
Yeah, it gets
And
like twisted.
Yeah, and but that's like such a common thing. I feel like that's also just like in real life, like I've seen that happen a lot. So I feel like
Have you seen Dance Moms?
no,
That's like
actually,
the
I haven't.
epitome of Dance Moms.
Really?
Is like some of the moms were dancers and they're just like in this toxic environment, and
Yeah.
and it's, you know, it's a reality show and you're like, why are you doing this? It's like,
Yeah,
it's horrible.
You're like you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I think the writers of these movies, like, it's hard. I don't know. Maybe they didn't play sports when they were young, but they're like of the age where they're probably having kids, and like that's why that's such a part of all these scripts. Like, you can't not think of that when you're writing a story about it. Most of these, most of the football movies we didn't really touch on. They're usually like high school or college.
9 times out of
There's
10.
very few professional sports football movies.
Yeah, I feel like The Blind Side, right, is not professional. Because I had that checked out from here, and I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but I really want to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, there's that. It's more of a scary movie, but that new movie, Him.
Oh yes, the new one.
I already bought tickets to see it.
Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, it's like it's about professional football, but it's kind of like
it's like a training.
You almost
camp,
have to like sell your soul to be in this professional environment. So apparently it's gonna be good. But
it looks great.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
We'll see. That's like Jordan Peele's producing that, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll see. He says, watch Lizzie. We're both gonna be like, this movie was so good. Oh my god, it was scary. Scary was so good. He'll be like,
3 stars.
Yeah, 3. That's It's a lot from you.
Hey, any other final thoughts about like tropes, things that are kind of show up over and time again?
I feel like the music, the ending is always like this big like kind of like score piece that's like written for it, or they use like a really famous feel good song that everyone knows and they play it, and like the camera will like slowly pan up and like show the whole town as like one group and everyone's happy, and it's just like it's so cringy, but like I feel like it's just sometimes it's just nice to watch something that's like easy and mindless, because you're like, wow, like life could be so great if it was like that, because the world is just so not that.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned music, because when I'm taking notes about the movies that I saw in preparation for this episode, I wrote in almost every movie, what a great soundtrack. Like, and for different reasons.
Yeah.
The soundtracks are so iconic in some of these movies. Which I'll definitely talk about them as we start going through some of the movies. But one other thought before we jump into the movies. Do you think you have to be a football fan to enjoy these movies?
God, no. I am not a football fan. I am recently into it because of one Miss Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Yeah. I was never a football kid, never a sports kid, and I love these things. I've been watching them forever.
So do you know like the rules of football though?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not shot. Like, I know the overall way that the game runs, so it's like, but I have to say, watching Friday Night Lights, the show, I did learn a lot about, because there's so many different names of what they can do on the field, and like, I don't know, like wide receiver, running back, I'm like, that to me just means the same thing. Now I know. It's cool.
What about you, Lizzie? Are you a big football fan?
Yeah, in recent years I've been watching it a lot more. I'm actually going to the Bills game on Sunday.
Wow.
I treated myself to tickets because it's Bills versus Jets, and I definitely like the Bills. I've been, as you watch it, you learn more about it over the years. I would always watch the Super Bowl, and I always liked watching that. I'm like, why don't I just watch the whole season? Like,
yeah,
I enjoy this. I don't think that you need to know football at all to enjoy the movies, but I think it does help a lot, because you kind of understand more of the pressures on it. Like during the games, like when someone gets hurt, you're like, oh my God, like they were the quarterback now. Like, now what? Like things like that. But kind of what we were saying before, the underlying things, like the societal things, the team building, like themes, that just is like a good family movie.
Yeah, that overrides any technical details that you might miss. Yeah,
for sure.
I don't watch football professionally. I used to play in high school, so I know it a little bit. I know like the rules of it at least. And
what
like
did you play?
Like you, Lizzie, like I watch like the Super Bowl, and that's pretty much it. I'm like, I don't watch the regular season really. Right. What did I play?
Yeah.
I played center, offensive line, the guy who snaps the ball.
Okay.
And I played defensive end. So I was a lineman on both sides.
Nice.
And I was the long snapper on special teams and on the kick return too.
I don't know what that. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, all positions
but it sounds
get
cool.
No screen time in this movie, in any of these movies. I was just the guy in the trench, like just smashing into.
Really? I can never imagine
just holding
that.
everyone else back.
Oh my God.
Yeah, those positions
Gentle
don't
giant.
get any love in any football movie
No,
whatsoever.
It's always the quarterback, the running back.
Yeah, unless they're like getting yelled at for not doing their job. Like that's the only time you'll ever see a lineman even mentioned.
Yeah.
Or they have like a fat joke or something. That's like the only other time that they'll
I
ever
felt
be
like that was like
mentioned.
Remember the Titans. Like they just
Yes.
kept
Oh my God.
focusing on that one guy, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, like enough.
Let's get started. So, Lizzie, you mentioned Remember the Titans, which I think considered by many people maybe one of the best football movies. At least I think it's one of the best football movies.
Oh yeah.
What's everyone's seen it here, right?
Yes.
All right. What are your thoughts on Remember the Titans?
Want to go first, Liz?
Sure. Well, I remember I actually watched this in 5th grade for some reason. They had like a movie, you know, when you have a movie day in
Yeah.
school.
Yep, same.
And we watched this. And I remember my teacher was like, you know, there's going to be like things that maybe you didn't see before. Like, because there was the gay guy in the movie, and he was like, you know, we're going to watch the movie respectfully. He made sure to like add that. Because I feel like that was like, when was this movie? 2000. So I feel like that was like almost like groundbreaking for a movie like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like such an iconic movie. I feel like that this is also, when I was watching this, I'm like, the soundtrack is so amazing. And they also have some of those songs. I think they did Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Was that?
Yes, that
they
was.
were singing that.
Yeah.
That was like, when I was looking at the reviews on Letterboxd, literally every single thing was like, oh my God, that scene like healed me. I was like, okay. Also a stacked cast. It was like every time, I haven't seen it in so long, and every time I looked up, I'm like, oh my God.
And they're also
like,
young in it, so
Yeah,
it's like you
they're
didn't
super
realize.
young.
Yeah.
Like Ryan Gosling.
Oh my God.
I mean, obviously Denzel Washington, but Wood Harris, obviously. My review was Avon Before the Towers.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, in The Wire, he's Avon.
Oh my God, he is.
Yeah, and I was
Yikes,
like,
wow.
oh my God.
See, I'm so. Yeah, I don't know these things.
Yeah, but I thought it was great. I think it stands 25 years later.
I was just gonna say, like, because I've always wanted to watch it again, like you said, Alex, is like one of those classics that everyone loves, and I came up with the idea for this pod, and I was like, let me go and like watch this, and I was just glued. I think I gave it a 4.5. I just could not.
Yeah, you did.
It was just so like gripping, and I feel like the racial tensions that were showed, because it's set in like 1972.
Let me.
71 maybe.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I feel like it was some of the best like on-screen display of that I've seen in like most movies, because I feel like it was very accurate to the time, and I feel like it really, like, it wasn't like they were arguing and then over the span of one night then they became friends. Like, I liked how it was like a very gradual progression of the relationships, and then you see how like even when all the kids were friends, the parents maybe weren't necessarily happy that their white son was friends with another black player on the team. And you're like, you know, now looking at it, you're like, it's crazy. But I feel like it was important for them to show that, because it kept it pretty accurate to the time. And fair warning, the ending will definitely make you cry. Yeah. I was shocked, because I have never seen, I literally watched this 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
It's not necessarily like, you know, it's not all wrapped up in a bow.
No. And I was like, because it starts off in like, you know, the quote unquote like present, but it's not really the present. It's like the 80s or something. And then it goes back to like 71, 72. And then you see something that happens and you're like, well, who was that about? And then you watch the whole movie and you become attached to all of these characters. And then you find out and you're just like, wow, like heart is broken. So sad.
Yeah.
Was this based on a true story? I forget.
I don't know, actually.
I don't think that this one was.
Yeah, I was a little I mean, I'd seen this movie maybe a half a dozen times, and I rewatched it again last week, and I forgot about the ending.
It is.
It is based on a true story?
Yeah, off the true story of Coach Herman Boone, high school football coach who coached the 1971 T.C. Williams high school football team 13-0. Wow.
Oh.
And then that season served as the basis for this film. So maybe like certain aspects of it were, you know, exaggerated or like dramatized for the movie, but that's like at the core, that's what it was about.
Yeah, I guess I was kind of just referring to the ending, and I guess I don't really want to spoil it, but I was wondering if that character was real, because it seemed like almost unnecessary to end the movie that way, unless it was a true story. So I don't know.
I also felt like that.
Yes, it was. That is true. I see it right here. That was a true thing. Yeah, 1981. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's funny. I didn't even know it was based on a true story.
I
Did
didn't
it
know
say
that
it in
either.
the beginning of the movie?
I don't think so.
That's so funny because I feel like
maybe because it's like partially dramatized.
Right.
No, but it was just, and then Denzel Washington, obviously as the coach, he just killed it. He just kills every role he's in. I thought he was great.
I hadn't seen this movie since maybe high school or shortly after that, so it's been like
so it's been a
long time. Yeah.
You're really
Thanks.
old.
Thanks, Lizzie.
It's been like 45 years.
But seemingly like every other line Denzel Washington speaks is like an iconic line, and it's just like it immediately just brought me back to like the mid 2000s when I saw this movie, and I'm like, oh yeah, this scene is burned in my brain.
Yeah,
like of course.
Yeah.
He just has so many good lines. Like, I don't know, I wish more football movies were giving their coach like these iconic one-liners. Like, I don't know why more people don't do this, because they're just he's the most realized character like in the whole movie.
Oh yeah,
he makes the movie.
Yeah, he's the best character, I think, because you get to see, you know, his struggles on the field. He has to deal with the administration of the school. He has to deal with racism from his like the community, and it's just he's such a well-rounded character. And the fact that he's going through all that, but he still has these like zingers, and he's like being a mentor for the kids, and like I don't know, it's such a good role. And Lizzie, like the soundtrack is top notch. Like, I don't know how they could like this movie got made. Like,
no, I know
the royalties they pay on the soundtrack alone must have been like half their budget.
Yeah.
Like when they all sang like na 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 goodbye.
Yeah,
like that. I was
it's like all Motown
crazy.
like hits. Like it's basically the greatest hits.
Which like those scenes in particular like made me laugh because you had like Ryan Gosling's character listening to like the typical like white guy music of that time, like the real folky music, and then everyone else on the team is like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it was like then slowly they were like, oh wow, like there's great music out there from everyone. It was just cool. I was like, I feel like you just don't think of it like that because
yeah, the soundtracks in all of these movies are like the unseen character, really, and like the music does such a good job in this movie. Like you said, like it shows the transition. It shows like not only helps with the setting because it's all music that was out at that time, but you just from like Ryan Gosling's character, like you were saying, like he starts off with one soundtrack and he ends with a different soundtrack.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's really well done. A great screenplay all around. Like this movie's just so tight. Like there's so few ways you can poke holes in this.
It really just works. Like I feel like on all fronts.
Yeah.
It's just
And
great.
I forgot it was a Disney movie, so it's like, of course. Like,
yeah, of course it is. Yeah, but you kind of expect like it to be maybe a little bit kiddie, but it's definitely not. I don't think so.
Yeah,
it's
I was a
pretty
little
adult.
surprised when I saw the Walt Disney logo because you know this movie does go into some darker territory, which Disney doesn't like to dip their toes into if they can help it. So, I don't know what more is there to say. Remember the Titans. I think it's one of the best.
Yeah, I think everyone should definitely watch it.
All right, should we move on?
Sure.
Has anyone seen Any Given Sunday? I want to talk about it just for a second.
No, I haven't.
I rewatched this movie 2 nights ago. I remember my memory of it was that it was very good, and I rewatched it, and it is really good. I honestly think it's really good.
I thought you were going to say really
It
bad.
still holds up.
It's really not good.
It is crazy though. Like it is the wildest of any of the movies that I saw.
Oliver Stone.
So it's an Oliver Stone movie. So if you know anything about Oliver Stone, like he has such a distinct way of shooting. The whole movie just oozes style. And if you like Oliver Stone's style, you're going to like it. If you don't, it can it might seem, I don't know, cheesy or I don't know, distasteful or something, but man, it's like this is the most stylized football movie that's ever existed. It's just so gritty, it's so kinetic, it's so loud.
Yeah.
He has some crazy visuals, like it's just so weird. The soundtrack is so crazy too. Like he'll have like tribal music playing like while the football game's going on to like it's just so visceral. Like you're just like watching this movie like this is like it's just you feel it in your bones. It's just so
like
unlike
movies.
anything you've seen before.
Is this college or
it's professional?
Oh, okay.
But it's
shocking.
Cool.
Yeah, well,
but it's not like it's not like the Giants playing the Patriots or something.
Yeah.
It's like an alternative league.
Yeah.
because they
Oh,
probably
okay.
because they didn't get the rights or whatever to
Right.
the NFL. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're like the Sharks playing like I don't even know the Crusaders or something. They're all like made up teams,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to be professional. The cast is stacked. You got Al Pacino plays the head coach,
Insane.
who's doing a completely unhinged performance. He's just 100% Al Pacino in this movie. It's
wouldn't
so much fun.
Anything less.
Dennis Quaid plays the quarterback. James Woods is like the scummy kind of owner who's kind of, wheeling and dealing behind the scenes. Jamie Foxx is like the up and comer who's like cocky and is kind of getting, his time in the sun. Cameron Diaz is like the owner who's trying to like sell the team. And there's so many more like characters. LL Cool J is the running back. Like it just goes on and on and
This
on.
is crazy.
I'm gonna take it off the shelf when we're done with this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the DVD.
It's wild. It's wild, and I think it has the best halftime speech of any football movie. Al Pacino's halftime speech, it's just something to behold. I don't know what else to say. As a matter of fact, like when back in high school and I played football, somebody had this like CD that we would just play in the locker room to get like amped up, and the halftime speech from Any Given Sunday was on one of the tracks on the CD. So I've heard this speech like 60, 70 times.
That's
probably.
hysterical.
That's really funny.
I love that.
It's so funny. I could almost say it from memory, but it's
Wow.
It's wild. It's so out there. It's crazy. How well does it represent like the game of football?
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter because it's just so wild.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cool.
it's my only complaint with it. It's like a little long. It's over 2 hours.
Okay.
Oh.
But like, man, it goes to some places.
All right. Sick. Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
It's cool, like getting like the professional side, because most football movies are like high school or college and stuff, and this one's like these are all professionals who all have like their own.
They're like adults.
Agenda
Like,
exact adult problems.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting.
Cool.
So check that one out. Any
Nice.
Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday. Good to know.
I think it's like 1999. I want to say somewhere around there.
I think it was 99. Yeah.
All right. What do you want to go to next?
Yeah, so I watched this movie, When the Game Stands Tall. It is a true story movie. It was made in 2014. It is about the De La Salle football team in California. And they're like this super small town, and they had a 151 game winning streak from 1992 to 2003. So the whole like crux of the story is that the 2004 season, or the fall 03 into 04 season, they lose their first game and they lose the streak, and the whole town is kind of like built upon like keeping this streak alive. And a lot of the kids have let it get to their heads because they're on the team, and even if they're on the team and they don't play, you're like famous kind of because you play on this team. And it just follows like the kids on the team and the coaches and kind of like the things that happen to them and how they kind of have to like reevaluate who they are, because it's like they're kind of like having like an identity crisis because they have like equated themselves to just this one thing for so long. And now they're like, well, I'm more than that, because like once I graduate, the streak is done and then that's it. And I don't know, like it was, it's good. We have it here. It's a little cringy because it's a little like preachy and kind of like it like hits the tropes like pretty well.
I felt like there was just like one too many things going on the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
it felt very like disjointed.
Yeah, like I felt like every time, because I was like also like studying while I was watching it, and every time I looked up, I'm like, and I'd have to go back and be like, wait,
they don't lose the game until like halfway through the movie. So there's like two other things that happen. And you're like, I think the coach has a heart attack, and you're like, that's kind of it's kind of like the first thing that throws off all the kids, and then something else happens, and it's like, so you're like, all right, is this movie gonna go one way, and then it like kind of like totally pivots, and then they lose the streak, and then that's it. I feel like if they had started with them losing the streak and then continuing from there, and then having it be like the whole season, it would have been a little bit easier to follow and just like more like streamlined,
almost like the aftermath of it instead of like,
because like it's good. Like I don't want to bash it, but Jim Caviezel, is that how you say his name? Caviezel.
Mm-hmm.
Jim
Jim C.
Jim Caviezel is the coach on the team, and I think he does a good job. Some of the letterbox reviews didn't. Some of them did make me laugh, but yeah, it was fine. I saw it when I was like 14 for the first time, and I'm like, wow, this is like a movie. This is like really deep. And then I rewatched it last week, and I'm like, no, it's really, it's fine. If you want like a feel good football movie to watch, this is definitely it. But you don't really have to like use much of your brain power for it.
Yeah, and I did like how they had some live footage during it.
Yes.
And at the end they had, because something happens and then they show a banner for something that was actually, it was like a real photograph of the banner, which that was cool. I liked also after they lost and one of the coaches was like, okay, for like the rest of your career, they're going to be asking you, oh, what happened? What happened in that game? And it's like, I don't know, they were good, and then we lost a high school football game. And he's like, and that's it. Like,
yeah,
like,
because at the end of the day, it's like what it is. And I feel like for a lot of people, it's hard because it's like their whole life.
It's like their whole personality. It's
exactly.
Like
so that was
score.
Michael Chiklis, who was the
yes.
assistant coach. He was really good in it. I thought like almost like if he had been the lead, it would have been a lot better, honestly.
He was like powerful.
He was
like,
very good in it. Yeah.
Like you're saying with those like halftime speeches, like I feel like
he was the one who kind of like picked the kids back up.
Yeah.
And was trying to like inspire them.
But maybe that was just accurate. Like maybe that was just what happened.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it was good. Definitely wasn't bad. Alex, like you would.
I'm not gonna see this.
No, I was gonna say you probably hated it.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Well, that movie sounds a lot like a much better movie that came out in 2004 called Friday Night Lights.
Oh, it's so good.
Which also deals with a lot of the same themes that you're mentioning, like the pressures that are put on high school students, making high school football, seem like the end all be all of your entire life. So what do you think? Have we all seen Friday Night Lights, the movie?
Yeah, so I've seen the movie once, and I've watched the TV show twice.
The entire show twice?
Yeah.
All right.
He talks about it a lot.
All right.
Because it's that good.
All right. Well, let's talk about the movie first,
Yes.
and then I'll let you go off.
Thank you so much.
For a reasonable amount of time about the show. So Friday Night Lights came out in 2004. I remember seeing this right when it came out. I was in high school playing high school football. Like this was like a big deal. I probably saw it, half a dozen times at least. It has an incredible soundtrack. I don't know if Explosions in the Sky does the soundtrack for the show as well, but they're like an instrumental
I
rock band, I guess.
I can find out.
Really, really iconic soundtrack. As a matter of fact, I think I owned the soundtrack on CD from Explosions in the Sky. And if I didn't own the soundtrack, I had the Explosions in the Sky albums that some of the songs were pulled from. Anyways, very, very great soundtrack. Billy Bob Thornton is the coach. I think he does a great job. This movie is a lot darker than most football movies.
It's darker than the show too, like a lot.
Yeah, I would imagine so. This movie is 2 hours long, and when you're done with it, you're like, okay, I don't need to see that again for a while.
Yeah, it's like kind of depressing.
It's super depressing. And that's very different from most football movies. Even if the team doesn't win the big game at the end, it's usually not like a bummer movie. Yeah. This movie ends, spoiler, and a lot of these characters, you're like, well, that's the end of their life. Like, it's really like, oof. Like, you've really... It makes like this small Texas town feel like the worst place to live in the world. Like you really, really feel for some of these characters, especially Booby Miles, their star running back. In any case, I think this is a great movie.
Yeah.
It's very gritty, but the acting's pretty good. The story itself is way more mature than you'd find in your typical sports movie. It has some bigger themes, I think, than you'd find in like a sports movie.
In like a typical,
Yeah.
Especially since they are like kids in the movie. I mean, it's not like that. Like it's focusing on like teenagers, so you would expect it to kind of stay in that realm, but it definitely doesn't.
Yeah,
it kind of goes there.
Like my high school experience was nothing like what these kids went through, but I think it ramps up the kernel of truth to like the nth degree. Like these kids are going through hell, basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It just made me be like, wow, I'm so glad I never played.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't do it. That's like, I think, a big reason why I like the movies, because I don't have a personal attachment.
Yeah, it's all the fun of football without
Yeah.
getting dirty and
Because it's like I
broken
see,
bones.
it's like I see myself in that, and I'm like, if I had a coach screaming at me that much to do something, I would just be like, shut up. I'm over it. Like, that's what I would do.
Yeah, and it's interesting that like a lot of these movies and shows are set in the 80s or 70s or something, when you're a high school coach, like you could hit a kid and they wouldn't like,
Oh, yeah.
you wouldn't be like put in jail.
Yeah,
Like,
now, yeah. Jesus Christ.
It's because of football movies that these rules have changed.
Yeah,
clearly.
yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is one of the best. This is
Yeah.
probably like in my top 3 favorite football movies. I think it's a hard watch. It's not like a feel good movie like Remember the Titans or something, but
Yeah.
I think it's definitely
Yeah.
worth watching for
Yeah.
sure. And I think Billy Bob does a great performance.
I think he's really good. I like him a lot.
He's like fits into this role like frighteningly well.
Yeah, because I feel like he is like a little sick. Like, I feel like you could see that.
Yeah, maybe.
Personality coming out a little bit. So no, he was very good in that movie.
Yeah, and I think this is the director Peter Berg's best movie.
Really, you think it's his best movie?
Yeah, by a long shot.
Have you seen everything that he's made?
I've seen most of the things that I am told I have to watch. Yes.
Did you see Patriot Day?
No, and I will never watch that.
Really?
Yeah, I hate Mark Wahlberg.
Okay, that's so fair. Yeah, no, I get that.
I always mix him and Matt Damon up.
Really?
It's like, oh my God, it's like my thing.
One is like the angel from Boston, and one is
Yeah.
one is the devil from Boston.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no.
I can see why you might get them mixed up.
Mark Wahlberg doesn't have a great reputation.
You almost said it in his accent
Yeah,
too.
Mark. I almost said.
Mark Wahlberg.
I'm learning so
Mark
much about these actors.
Yeah, it's bad. But to pivot for a moment, the Friday Night Lights TV show, so good, so inspiring. Literally changed the way like I view life. Not even kidding you. My mom and my brother watched it like years and years ago, and my best friend watched it, and she was like, "You have to watch this show," and I'm like, "Okay, sure." It's this like sports show, probably not going to be my thing. And I started it, and I think my mom started like a little bit after me. We just became so obsessed with this show. Like, I've never felt like an attachment to like a cast of characters. Like, we got the flags for our room because they say in the show, "Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose." That's like their little like mantra, like slogan. So they have like a Carolina Panthers like flag that has that on it that I have up in my room, and my mom has one up too.
And you have that big poster in your basement.
I do have the poster for Friday Night Lights. Yeah. So it basically it like hard launched a lot of careers. Like, I have it written down here. The coach is played by Kyle Chandler, and then his wife is Connie Britton. And it launched them, Taylor Kitsch, Jesse Plemons, Michael B. Jordan.
See, Plemons got started in it?
Yeah. So he was kind of like, so the story is Kyle Chandler is the new coach for the Carolina Panthers, this really small town in Texas, and he is a pretty well-known football coach, but he kind of like wants to come in, shake things up, make it himself. And the star quarterback, Jason Street, is like gonna go pro. He's like one of the best players ever. And in the first game in the pilot, he is paralyzed from the waist down. And now the coach is like, well, crap, like I moved my whole family here because like this kid was gonna like take me to like up to states and they were gonna win, and then he was gonna get a college job, the whole thing. So like the quarterback too is this kid, Matt Saracen, who's like a sophomore on the team who like kind of just joined the team like just for fun, and now all of a sudden he's the starting quarterback.
And that's Jesse Plemons?
No, that's Zach Guilford. So his character's best friend is played by Jesse Plemons. He's kind of like the like comedic relief, like the awkward kid who's like on the team because his friend's on the team, and he wants to like feel cool. Yeah, and it kind of just goes from there, and it just is like about this coach trying to like shape these, young men like and shape their lives and like hopefully make their lives a little bit better than what it is. Like it sounds tropey like talking about it, but I think it's the filmmaking style that Peter Berg has. Like it was kind of shot like a documentary. Like I read this whole thing. He had like 3 camera operators in every scene kind of floating around so the actors could feel free to move around. So when they were like in the locker room, they could, do whatever felt natural to them. And It's just such a good show. It's on like, it's weird. It's on like every streaming service. It's on like Netflix, Peacock, Hulu, and I think something else. I think we should have them here, hopefully. If not, Alex, you have to get on that.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, thank you.
The movie was shot like that too. There were a lot of scenes that were kind of like handheld.
Yeah, which I think is so cool because it makes you feel like you're really in it.
Yeah.
But it's like, because I love the show so much, and then I watched the movie after I had watched the show, and I was like you said, the movie's so dark, and I'm like, this is depressing the hell out of me. I'm like, the show is not at all like that. So I think like I didn't love the movie as much because I had a preconceived notion. But I think had I watched the movie first, I would have been like, wow, this is like, I think I gave it like a 3.5.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but the show is just like, I know you don't really watch TV shows. It's fairly short. It's like 5 seasons, like 70 episodes, I think. It's really not that bad, dude. I'm telling you, it's not that bad.
I like Jesse Plemons.
It is just so good. Like, I've told a lot of people to watch it, and a lot of people have, and they've enjoyed it.
All right.
There's a reason why it's a classic.
I looked it up. The Explosions in the Sky, the band, they do some songs for the show as well.
Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah.
It's all instrumental, so it's not like noticeable.
Yeah, the theme song for the show was my alarm clock for like a year because it's the most like feel good, like easy music.
Yeah, they didn't do the theme song for the show. They did. Yeah. They just a lot of they contributed a lot of songs.
Yeah, no, it's just like, it's great. I feel like if you were a teenager in that time, like you were, I mean, it came out in like 2006. I feel like most people probably watched it for at least like a bit. I feel like
not in my circle.
Wow, sad, but I feel like you would definitely enjoy it.
I probably would.
And Lizzie, you would love it.
I definitely need to.
You would love it.
I need to do that.
Get on it. Okay. Can we move on from Friday Night Lights?
Sure.
So there's a movie. I'm not sure if have either of you seen Rudy? I feel like we have to talk about it.
So I have it checked out, and I was gonna watch it the other night, and then something came up and I couldn't.
All right.
So it's literally on my dresser, like waiting.
So this is a lot of people's favorite football movie, and we have to talk about it. It has to be mentioned in this episode.
Yeah.
Rudy's great. It's a classic. Sarah, who works here, said when we were talking about football movies the other day, it's the Rocky of football movies. And I totally agree. It's like a great underdog story. Sean Astin is the titular Rudy. Yeah, it's just a great movie. It has a classic score, great acting. It's a solid story. It's very charming. It's a very touching story. It's very inspirational. It's a bit formulaic. It's a little too sentimental for me personally.
Yeah, I mean, it says here it's from like 1993, so I feel like it may have like set up the formula than other movies. Maybe like in its time, it was like, wow, there really hasn't been a sports movie made like this.
There really hasn't since that I'm aware of. It's not about a team. It's about Rudy. It's about his aspiration to make it to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Okay.
And he's comes from very humble beginnings. He's not particularly well educated, but he studies hard and he gets into college, and then gets his way onto like their scrimmage team, and eventually, whatever. It's a very heartwarming, inspirational story. But personally, I think that's about all it can really offer, other than a great acting and great soundtrack. So it doesn't make it into my best football movies, but it is a great movie.
It's like a family movie.
Definitely. Yeah. This is like, I think one of the Letterboxd review I saw was like, this is like every gym teacher's favorite sports movie. It's like, yeah, sure. I think if I was a little older, maybe, and this movie came out and I saw it in theaters, I might have a different perspective on it.
For sure, yeah.
But as somebody who saw it like much later, it didn't hit the same way, especially after I had already seen like Remember the Titans and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that's how you do a football movie. And,
yeah.
I don't know. It's fine. It's
also
a
classic.
It doesn't have that much football really either. I mean, it does, but it's not like, because it's not following a team and their struggles. It's about this one character. You don't get as much.
That's kind of how I felt about Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, that's tangentially a football movie.
And I'm like, it's like a sports comedy drama, but I'm like, it's really not a sports movie. It's kind of just like a comedy-ish drama. And it was like, oh, it's fine. wasn't really. I was like in the mood, to watch like a good like sports movie, and I was like, this is just not it.
I wouldn't consider that really a sports.
No, I know.
movie,
Yeah,
but there is a football player in it.
yeah.
All right, where should we go from Rudy? Do we want to talk about your favorite that I watched because of you?
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that movie in so many years, but it's so good.
Well, I'm talking about We Are Marshall.
Yes.
With McConaughey.
Yes.
As the head coach, who has the most bizarre facial tic and accent I've ever seen an actor choose to.
You're such a hater. Oh my god.
It's literally on no streaming platform. I know I said that before, but like, I could not find it anywhere except to buy it.
I think we have it here.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing it over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
So
you were
of
home,
course
yeah.
that was, but I was like,
tragic.
what the heck? Like, I feel like everyone always says it's a great movie.
I saw it so it came out in 2006. I saw it like in the theaters when I was 6, and I saw it with my family, and I thought it was great. It follows the Marshall University Thundering Herd football team. They were involved in a plane crash in 1970 that killed 75 people, 37 players of the team, some of the coaches and trainers. And then it kind of deals with kind of like the comeback story of the team and the coach and how they kind of regroup and kind of come back from this like tragic loss. And I'm going to be fair, I haven't watched it in probably 5 or 6 years, but from what I remember, I really, really enjoy it. And I think it's a very, I wouldn't say groundbreaking, but I feel like it's very personable, and I feel like it's very emotional. I think it was one of the first like true story movies I was aware of that I saw, and I think I was, as a little kid, I was more infatuated with the fact that like there's a plane crash in the movie, and I thought that it was like the actual plane crash because I didn't realize.
It's like Soul Surfer. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
And I was like, wait, I'm like, they had cameras like in 1970 filming the crash, like they knew they were going to make this, and my mom was like, no. Like, genuinely so. Yeah, I think I have a little bit of like a nostalgia, like childhood thing with it.
Sure. All right, I don't want to bash on this movie because you have such fond memories of it.
Well, you just bash on everything that I like anyway, so I mean...
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I will bash on it.
It's really not anything personal.
McConaughey aside, I think Matthew Fox and Anthony Mackie are great in this movie. They definitely carry it. This movie, my major problems with it is like the script is just over bloated. It needed a huge edit. Like there's a whole storyline that could have been cut to save this movie like 20 minutes, and it would have made it a much better movie. It's just too bloated. It's an interesting story. I would have honestly rather watched like a well-made documentary about this story than like this movie.
I feel like there probably is one.
Maybe there is. Like if ESPN did like one of their like longer format documentaries, I think it would have been interesting. But yeah, the football in it, the game is good. It's one of the best like football like scenes I've seen. That's pretty good.
That is key.
But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, but I forgot Matthew Fox was in it. That was a big, because he was on the show Lost at the time, and that was a big reason why we all wanted to go watch it, because we were like obsessed with Lost.
Maybe you'd get a clue to Lost.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, he's in Lost. Like he's in.
Yeah, there's a plane crash too.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
listen,
a connection.
It's like the multiverse.
Yeah, Matthew Fox is cursed.
Yeah,
there's a plane crash wherever he goes, so he survives.
You were waiting to see the numbers come up somewhere.
The numbers are floating up. Yeah. Oh gosh, that's great.
Yeah, so We Are Marshall. I say pass, but there's some good. It's not like a complete waste of time. I say
don't pass. I don't know what the opposite.
Run.
Yeah. Run the ball.
Run the ball.
Watch the movie. Don't pass up on it. It's very good.
I just want to quickly mention how much liberty they take in like the actual shooting of football games in some of these movies. It's so wild. Like everyone's just a rag doll. Like people are just flopping, flying across the screen. Like it's like that happens so rarely, but it's like every single scene people are getting torn in half, jumping like 20 yards like Superman. It's just crazy.
I can't even imagine like all the planning it must take to like choreograph those scenes, because there's so many background people and like you have all the people in the stands and then the background actors on the field with the main cast, and like they have to make sure that they're not getting hurt and they're keeping it safe. Like when I was watching Friday Night Lights, like, because there was a lot, it was like every episode they were playing a game and they would have like a good amount of time in it. And I'm like, for a TV show where you're expected to crank out like a certain amount of shows a year.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
like,
a lot of
how
extras.
did they do that?
Yeah.
Like, they must have just worked crazy long days to get
Yeah.
that all done and have it done like in like a safe way.
Yeah, and the stunt doubles.
Oh my
like,
God,
it must
yeah.
be crazy on a
Oh,
show, on
yeah.
a movie like this or a show.
Covered in mud and the rain. Oh God.
Or just
and
like some of the
grass.
hits when like the
Yeah.
player like they look like they're getting injured. Like,
Yeah.
it's really well done.
Yeah.
But in terms of like they must do so many takes too, because like I'm thinking of like any action shot where it's like a pass and they keep the ball in focus somehow and they have it like like some of these shots are crazy. Like how are they getting this shot? Like it's not like an NFL game where there's 1,000 cameras that
And it
are all
doesn't
on the field and it's like you just pick the best camera.
And it doesn't matter if you see a camera on like a real game
Exactly.
because it is real. And this, it's like you want to keep up the whole allure that it's just a film. So
that
it's
you're
like,
watching the ball.
yeah,
go.
exactly. So it's like I think actually in Friday Night Lights, there's one of the games you see like one of the cameramen in the background, but they kind of like have them dressed up, so like looking as if he's like like taking pictures of the game, or like maybe he's like filming the game like for the school.
That's interesting.
They
But,
probably
like,
just couldn't figure out. They're
yeah,
like, just
they
put
were
on
like
the costume.
throw him in a nice Panther hat, you know. The Panther hats. Yeah, I was like, it's genius.
Okay, so I'm just gonna rattle some movies off, and maybe you've seen them, maybe you haven't. Has anyone seen Varsity Blues?
No.
It's another high school sort of thing, not as good as Friday Night Lights or Remember the Titans, but there's definitely some iconic shots in that one. I remember seeing that. Radio. Have you seen Radio?
Never even heard of that.
Skip it. Invincible with my least favorite, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, so I tried watching that for this, and I think I was like, maybe halfway through, I was just so bored. I was like, I wanted to watch it so I could talk about it, but then I shut it off, and then I talked to you the next day, and you were like, yeah, that movie sucks. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it then.
Yeah, the movie's fine. I just don't like Mark Wahlberg. The Blind Side we already mentioned.
Yeah.
So I have a list of movies that are football comedies,
Okay.
which are different than your typical football movie. I'm wondering which ones of these you've seen. The Waterboy, Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course.
You got to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
That was a big deal for like
For you.
people my age.
Yeah.
Like Adam Sandler was the biggest movie star in the world when that movie came out.
Yeah.
And it was so wild, his acting choice, that it was like you had to watch it. It just became a quotable movie because it was so weird.
Yeah, just so out there.
One of my personal favorites, The Replacements. Have you seen The Replacements?
I literally had that on for 10 minutes and I turned it off.
No.
Because I was like, it's on, I think it was on Amazon. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I'm just going to, like, this seems cool. And I was just like, I can't be bothered to watch this.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
But it seemed really, like, fun. It did.
It's a very fun,
Keanu
stupid
Reeves.
movie.
Yeah.
It's a great story because it's about a ragtag bunch of people who are not football players. They have to like assemble a team and field a team of like, I think they're like kickers, like a washed out soccer player. One of their offensive linemen's a sumo wrestler. Like it's just like a ridiculous
I feel like
movie.
I'm gonna laugh at this because I feel like Lizzie, like our comedy tastes are not the same.
Very different.
If it is it like crude or like kind of like
a little bit
crazy?
It's crazy.
I like dumb, like crazy.
It's very dumb. I mean, I haven't seen this movie in 15 years. It could not hold up. But, I mean, Keanu Reeves is the quarterback. Everyone loves Keanu.
Yeah. I was shocked to see that he was in it.
Yeah.
I was like,
in,
whoa.
like, a comedy movie, yeah.
The beginning scene was, like, silly when he's underwater and he finds the football.
I don't even
And
remember
then
that.
it's, like, right in the... I mean, it must relate somehow, but there's, like, a really old football in the water. And the diver just starts, like, playing football and throwing it and, like, chanting. And I was like, is this going to be like 2 hours of this?
You sound like me. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Turning off movies.
It's very goofy. All of my memories of it are like the trick plays and stuff they run from the game like later on. So I don't know how like the emotional elements of it don't hold up, I'm sure. Anyways,
Cool.
I liked it. The Longest Yard. Have you seen either of them? The original one from the 70s or the Adam Sandler one from 2005?
I think the Adam Sandler one I did see when I was a kid. Yeah.
Let me look it up.
I think I watched the original one last night,
Okay.
and I think the Adam Sandler one's better, I will say.
That's a crazy quote from you.
Yeah, I know.
I
I was not expecting
expecting that either. Jesus.
The original one is pretty crude. I mean, they must have made it on a shoestring budget and gave all of that budget to Burt Reynolds because the movie looks like an episode of like a 70s TV show. Like it looks like
It looks bad. Interesting.
It has some interesting moments.
Now I
but,
kind of want to see it just to see like if it's really that bad.
It's another. I mean, it's like not the worst movie. It's like dumb, and if you can buy into it, it has some good moments. Like there is some drama because it's all set in like a prison, and there's like that whole kind of stuff going on, and there's some interesting characters. But I think just Adam Sandler like leans into the comedy more, and it just works a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, the Adam Sandler one's pretty stupid too. There's some really bad jokes, but I don't know. It's like the premise is a comedy, like, and you shouldn't take it seriously at all. Okay. So I think that's why I think the Adam Sandler one works a little bit better, but I don't know. It kind of works. You know, Burt Reynolds isn't terrible in it. Yeah. Have you seen The Little Giants?
No. So you were like smiling, looking at me saying that, and I was like, oh, he probably has a really deep attachment to this movie.
No, I don't. I do like that.
Rick
Moranis is like the nerdy dad who gets to coach the team of ragtag kids, and he has to play Dick Butkus, who's like his father-in-law, I think, or something, and has like the elite team and whatever. It's just like another stupid 90s movie.
Another stupid 90s movie.
Leatherheads. Have you seen that?
No. Heard of it.
That has, I think, John Krasinski and George Clooney, if I remember correctly. It's got like a star-studded cast.
Really? Yeah. Oh, okay.
But it's like it's set in like
Love John,
the 20s or 30s, I want to say, like back when they wore like leather helmets and everything. I think it's like a rom-com. It's not terrible.
Actually directed by George Clooney.
That's really funny.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 1920s.
Yeah, Alex, you have it here. You gave it 2.5.
Hey, there you go.
More than
that seems fair. I watched another tangential football movie, 2 tangential football movies. Draft Day. Have you ever seen Draft Day?
With Kevin Costner?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me about it. And I think you said you heard it was like a really good movie.
Yeah, it's not.
And then you gave it like 2 stars, and I was like, yeah, it does not surprise me.
I watched it because a podcaster I like very much. It's like his maybe only starring role. He's in it, and I liked all of his bits, but the rest of it's kind of forgettable.
Just kind of mid, yeah.
And then the last one I want to mention is called Big Fan. Have you heard of this one? It has
Patton Oswalt?
Yeah, it stars Patton Oswalt.
Oh,
he is a parking lot attendant and self-described world's biggest New York Giants fan. And basically he spots like their star player like walking through the parking lot or something and kind of follows him and like finally works up the courage to like introduce himself. And it goes, I don't want to spoil anything, it goes very badly. And basically the movie, it's a drama, it's not a comedy. And it's about basically him grappling with like his loyalty to the Giants and like being like the biggest fan versus like the way he was treated by this character, by the player. So it's, I don't know, it's a good drama. It's definitely not a like upbeat, fun, warm movie, but
that's weird though, because then it says comedy/sport. That's like misleading. Like on Google, like that's misleading.
Yeah, I don't remember any comedy bits in there. I mean, maybe that's just like AI saying, "Oh, Patton Oswalt, America's funny man."
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is definitely him like trying to do a dramatic role. I liked it.
Dramedy.
That's all I got. Any other movies you can think of or shows that you wanted to mention?
All American. I remember I watched that a couple years ago. At the time, it was blowing up, and I think it has like 7 seasons now. But the first 2 seasons were really, really good.
Wow.
I like vaguely remember, but it was about like small town football. Have you seen it?
I think I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, it's like small town football, and there's like, what is it? There's like a kid on the team that no one likes, or is a new kid.
Yeah,
comes in and he's like really good, and then everyone like they get like kind of jealous that he's gonna be really good and he's gonna like start over them. Yeah. And then it goes into the lives of the kids, and they're not from like a great neighborhood, and
that
like
was a big part of
the crime that goes on, and all that. It was on the CW, and I think now it's on Netflix. Mm-hmm. We probably have them here. Yeah, because it's a pretty popular show. So
haven't heard of it.
You would probably hate it.
Yeah, probably. But that's just who I am.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just a hater.
All right. So, are there any other movies or shows to mention?
Not that I can think of.
All right.
No.
So I have one final question for the both of you we can end the episode on.
All right.
So I'm going to ask you both to, I almost said cast. What do they call it in draft?
Draft.
You're going to draft your team, your ideal team, a quarterback, a head coach, and who your rival is in the big game.
Okay. And we pick characters from the movies, or do we pick movies themselves?
Characters from the movies.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's starting QB. I have Willie Newman, a.k.a. Jamie Foxx, from Any Given Sunday. He's at the height of his career in the movie. He can run, he can throw, he can do it all. He's confident, and he's Jamie Foxx. So, he's got that charisma. You can put him up on the poster, he's going to sell tickets.
Yeah.
He's who I'm putting in at quarterback. Head coach, you got to go with Herman Boone, Denzel Washington from Remember the Titans. He's funny. He's able to bring the team together. He's smart, but he also knows when to defer when he's not sure about a decision, which is what you want in a leader.
Yeah.
And who are we playing in the championship? We're playing Dallas Carter High School from Friday Night Lights.
Wow. Who do you think would win?
Dallas Carter's going to win.
Yeah, for sure.
They look like the Monstars in the movie. The way they shoot the final big game of Friday Night Lights, it looks like an NFL team playing a high school team. They look like giants. It's crazy the way they shoot it and cast it. You're like, this is going to be cruel. So yeah, that's the lineup.
All right, so so my starting QB is going to be Matt Saracen from Friday Night Lights. Carried the team to states 2 of the 3 years he played, and they won states. So it's sick. Coach Taylor from the show as the coach there's no doubt. I'm telling you, there's just no doubt. You watch this guy, you're like Kyle Chandler was born to play the coach of the Dillon Panthers. You have to be. It's great. And then, the rival team, maybe De La Salle from When the Game Stands Tall, because I feel like maybe the Dillon Panthers may be able to clinch out a win over them because they're kind of thrown off because they lost their streak. Nice. Yeah, that's Friday Night Lights.
All right.
Forever.
Okay, I would say quarterback. I'm just going to say Keanu Reeves from The Replacements because
sick.
When else can you say that? When else can you
That's
possibly
a crazy
say that?
sentence.
Yeah. Coach Herman Boone, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was also going to say to play De La Salle.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the goal is to break the record.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that would motivate you.
Yeah, that is a key motivation.
For sure.
Nice.
Wow. Look at
Thanks
us.
for playing my little
teams.
Game. Yeah.
Now let's see who would win. All 3 of us. You never know.
We've got Herman Boone's coaching 2 teams, so it's a little bit of a conflict of interest.
You never know.
All right. Well, thank you both for joining me. Of
course.
This was an interesting episode.
Yeah.
Talking some football in the library.
Yeah, it's not something that happens a lot.
Maybe come spring we'll do a baseball episode.
Oh, I'm so down. So down.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah, we'll hit every sport eventually.
Yeah, I think basketball starts up soon too.
High School Musical 1, 2, and 3.
Actually,
yeah.
All right. Well, Lizzie, Sean, thank you so much. I love talking movies. And listeners, we'll catch you next time between the shelves.